Hershey Evans, number 1, Brookville University.
Owen Bros, number 10, Hannan Academy.
Milton Pratt, 11, Boydown Academy. Jordan Pearson, number 12, Wheeling Academy. Zach Brandon, number 17, Wilson High School.
Lucas Friends, 18, Tucking Academy.
Jimmy Halliday, 19, Little Pens Academy. Cam Kelly, number 27, from K-12 Online School. Ryland Calabrese, 30, Shutdown Academy. Owen Golinak, number 53, Bar Down Academy.
David Trapple, number 57, and I'm from Clapbaum Academy.
Joey Costa, 59, Eden Hall Academy. Danny Foster, 88, Mercer Elementary School.
Jack Carlson, 90, Back Check Your Butt Off Academy.
Tyler Bullis, number 92, Hit Academy. D'Angelo Flume, 97, Top Shelf Academy.
We're getting ready to rock and roll.
Nice cold morning here in the rink. Big tilt here, rubber match.
The third game of the weekend. It's 8:30. It's a beautiful morning here in York, Pennsylvania, home of York Barbells.
York Peppermint Patties.
And your Pittsburgh Penguins. At least for this weekend.
York's so funny.
At least for this weekend.
All right, boys.
The starting lineup for the Penguins. In net number 30, Ryland Calabrese. The defense, 92, Tyler Bullis. And 88, Danny Foster. Up front for the Penguins, number 59, Joey Costa. Number 17, the Honey Badger, Zach Brenneman. And number 12, Braden Pearsall. The Rangers put the opening faceoff into the Penguins' end. Pearsall goes up the wing. That's picked off by Lydon. Put to the corner for Foster. Foster will rim it around to Bolus. Bolus controls up off of Costa to Pearsall. Rolling puck at center. Be gathered in by Lydon. Played up for Sposito. He'll dump it into the Penguins' end. You'll hear that a lot, folks. Lyko on the forecheck as the Penguins regroup. They'll toss it around behind. Here's Brenneman getting control for the Penguins. Cross ice feed to Pearsall.
Nice play by Zach.
Gains center red and he'll dump it in. Brenneman, like a missile down the ice. Able to pressure the puck. He and Costa up on the forecheck. As the Penguins got to change at center. It looks like we had a late start to the clock as it says we're 30 seconds into a game about a minute and a half long. We had some pregame announcements and some wonderful music, but a little slow on the clock uptake as Carlson weaves in.
For the record, they're on the clock, not us.
Yeah. It was so funny because they actually commented on that in the lobby earlier. Like, we get so distracted we forget to hit the start button. I didn't expect it at the beginning of the game. As the Rangers worked it into the Penguin zone, Durant behind, taken away by Bros.
As long as it's not on their power play, I'm okay with it.
It might be. Tepps with the pressure as Carlson looks for Flume. Flume gets it to the other end, and Golnak tracks it to the corner.
You know, Jeremy, Dan Foster and I were just talking here how MidFairfield does such a good job on anticipating the reverses by the Pens D, which is a big staple of their breakout here, and they're on it.
Yeah, that's what you guys were talking about when we went live. I unplugged your mic. As the shot comes in from MidFairfield, fought off by Calabrese. Don't worry, you didn't say anything dumb.
You're making me nervous here.
Block shot by Jones. Sent up by Halliday, looking for Jones. He's in after it. Severo and Jones come together, and Severo got the worst of that. The Rangers able to return it out to center. Halliday running into a Ranger. That's Campo as the Penguins regroup in their own end. Up off the stick of Pearsall, rolling puck to the middle for Halliday. He chops at it, but it'll be gathered in by the Rangers. Wood twists behind his own cage. Sends it up off the boards, kept in nicely by Foster. Shot in, deflects, and it's just sent wide of the cage.
Nice anticipation by Danny there to jump up on that play, keep the puck in.
A rolling puck picked up by MidFairfield and sent back out to center. Scooting in Sposito. He's defended by Bolus as the puck rolls to the corner. Pearsall winning that battle as it'll come up the wall off of Halliday. Leiden keeps it. Leaves it for Lico. Back pressure by Halliday as Bolus plays takeaway in the corner.
These are the plays we need to get these pucks out here. MidFairfield will make us pay.
I love the hop in 1-7 right now.
Absolutely. Zach's flying out here.
Brenneman, again, the honey badger, just all over it. Costa behind the cage, able to dislodge the puck to the corner. Kept at the point by Track. He'll head back to the corner with it. Worked for down low, following on Carlson. Carlson dislodges the puck. Brenneman to it on the forecheck as the Rangers fire it up to the blue line, but not out. Track kept it in. The Rangers will counterattack, and here's that dump it. They'll dump it to the far corner, and they're looking at a line change this time. Well, at least the defense. Costa into the middle for Carlson. Carlson gets it back from Goldak. A heavy shot and a better save. So the first real good scoring chance so far comes from the Penguins' Carlson.
Okay. 11:16 left in the first. Even tilt so far here. Nice pass by Pelly. Nice pass that Flume cross ice down low there.
Another good scoring chance there for the Penguins as they cycle down low. So the Penguins working out to the top. Shot from Goldak. Rebound.
It's in! It's in! There you go. Let's go, boys. Nice play in there. Nice moving that puck all around. Great movement by Pearsall to find the OG in the slot. The OG with a nice shot. And Flume is there to pick up the rebound.
And D'Angelo Flume starts it off for the Penguins. And oh, baby, sausage and gravy early in the morning. The Penguins with a 1-0 lead.
Where's our goal horn? I got to remind Carlson about that.
And we got you the replay there on Cine TV. The replay of the opening goal here in the rubber match. Game number 3 goes to D'Angelo Flume and your Pittsburgh Penguins. The Rangers will toss it into the Penguins' end. Pressure coming from Campo as the Penguins defense control now Pearsall. Up for Golnak. He helped make that first play. Pearsall, Golnak, Flume. Combining on the first one, and it's Golnak right back into the Ranger end. Pressuring. That forces the turnover to Pelly. Rangers with it in the corner. They'll send it all the way up the wall. Penguins were changing behind, so they'll regroup at center. Bolus back for Jones, up for Bolus. Bolus turned back at the blue line. Foster, fresh off the bench, will find Carlson. Carlson leaves it for Bolus. He was under pressure from Haggerty as the Penguins will gain the Ranger end. Hull Jones with a pass there that was just broken up at the last second. If that gets through, it's a 2-on-1 for the Pens.
This is what I don't like. Too much back in our own zone here sometimes.
And there's that takeaway right at the blue line. Weaving through, Leiden with a shot. First one blocked, second one goes wide from a tough angle.
See, this all started by we had the puck in the neutral zone, and we brought it back into our zone, then dump it back behind our net, and I think that's when we get in trouble.
Sometimes you got to retreat. We've talked about that earlier. I think D'Angelo pretty good at it along the wall sometimes where he'll back off to create some space. But when you're backing away from pressure, the pressure's just going to keep coming sometimes.
Right.
And that's what happened on that one. The Penguins able to clear the zone, and they're looking and able to complete some line changes here as Bros up the wall, off the stick of Pearsall, but he advances it further before being turned back at the Ranger line.
I see Coach Joe Pelli over there talking to the D, probably talking about what we were just saying here.
Esposito gains the zone. He's probably talking about something way smarter than us.
Absolutely.
Pearsall weaves in. He's carrying speed. He's got a player crashing the net. 4 Rangers back. We talked about that a lot yesterday, Todd. Incredibly responsible defensive team. Pearsall was flying down the ice, and he looked up. He had a Penguin going with him, but there were 4 white shirts there, too.
Right. So it is even. How many rushes did we say yesterday? It appeared it was like 2 on 4, 3 on 4.
Yeah. As they work it up the outside. Pearsall takes it away at center, drives in, a move to the backhand, gets it between the wickets. And the Rangers gain the line, they'll dump it in. Tepps throwing it behind the cage. Track resetting for Bros. He's under pressure by Julian. It's rimmed around the wall. Here comes Brenneman. A rolling puck right by that Zamboni door. We haven't seen that before, but that one bounced up as it came in front of the Zamboni door. We'll keep an eye on that. As Costa finds Carlson. Carlson in, heavy shot off the goalie and swiped away. Back come the Rangers.
Nice shot by Jack there. He was in all alone. That was the best play he can do there.
Scoletti with a shot,
nice
and a
glove
save by Calabrese.
Yeah, when Jack was bringing the puck up there, the other forwards went for a line change, so it was basically Jack first 4. So he actually had a nice shot, which puck popped up and ended up being a better chance than I thought we'd have there.
Puck put in the corner. Chappell will battle there. He'll win that war. Able to get it to Carlson. Makes one move, beats a player, and now the
Here we
Penguins
go,
have
4
numbers.
on 2.
It's Golnak, Pelly. Shot, rebound in front, dug out, sent back towards
Nice
the cage,
save.
kicked away by a defender along the goal line. We saw Foster do that for the Penguins, pulling one out.
Nice rush there. Nice hard shot by Campelli.
As Golnak works the quarter. Now it's behind for Carlson. Up top for Chappie. Chappie winds, fires. A pile of Rangers in the way, but it gets through. Rebound bouncing around as Pelly controls. Over for
What a
Golnak.
pass.
Shot! And the OG!
I tell you what, that play was made by Campelli there. The way he hopped over and those quick hands pulling the puck back. That's a skilled move. And then he sees Golnak across the ice for what a shot, what a play. Good job, boys. 2-0 Pens, 6:34.
Owens Golnak's not a play. He just crushes a lot. The Penguins take a 2-0 lead. And you got the replay right here on Cine TV.
What kind of music is that? Like Titanic music after we score.
It was
We're playing
Frozen, I
bullhorns for
believe.
them.
Yeah. It was Frozen. It was a little Elsa and Anna in the DJ booth. As a turnover at the line, here comes Jimmy
We
Halliday.
have Jones cutting down the slot too.
A heavy shot rises up over the cage, kept in by Foster. Penguins in business in the Ranger zone, leading by a pair. This Ranger team won't quit, I guarantee
Absolutely
that.
not.
Here comes Leiden down the wing, across ice feed, intercepted by the Pens. And back they come.
Tripping. There
And
it is.
the
They
Pens
got
are
him.
going to
They got
head to
him.
the man advantage here.
Hey, that's 91 for MidFairfield. He's a great defenseman.
Jessup heads to the box.
But that was a trip call there, and it's a legit
Seriously,
call.
what is with this music?
Yeah.
I would definitely pick a better DJ.
It's like I think they're trying to lull the power play unit to sleep here with this music.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I was playing that last night in the suite, but I came off a high stick, no call there. So the Penguins able to control and they'll gain the zone. Looking to
let's set it
set up the Man advantage here, the Harry S. Cohen power play.
That's right, medmout1.com.
They work it off the back of the net. Foster in the corner.
Help him. He needs some support here.
There comes Jones in to pluck it out. Looking for Pearsall. Go to the point. That's picked off and fired all the way down. It's icing if it's far enough, and on this beautiful fresh sheet of ice it will be.
Now that's a play there, especially on the power play. Danny's in the corner. Everyone's waiting for him to win the battle and get him the puck, but we got to get two guys on that puck. 53 seconds to go on the penalty.
We got Ann Stephanie on the chat. Remember, make sure you follow us below. Hit the follow button. If you don't know how, if you don't think you have a YouTube account, if you have Gmail, you do have YouTube. Sign into your Gmail under the YouTube banner, and you can click the subscribe button. We appreciate you doing so. As the Penguins control on the power play here, Carlson looking at good read by Carlson. Brenneman jumped in.
Yeah, Brenneman was cutting hard.
But that seam wasn't there.
It was not there, so that was a good job by Jack to look it off, actually,
and
instead of forcing it.
Get that heavy shot from the point from Bros.
35 seconds left on the power play.
Carlson on the faceoff. Penguins control as Track fires it back. Shot comes in. Rebound in front. Penguins have 2 rebound goals already. They were looking for another one.
Nice pass.
As Carlson this time does see the seam and find Brenneman. Down low they work. Here's Track over to Carlson. Carlson up top for Bros. Bros to Brenneman. Brenneman heavy shot kicked out. Rebound in front. It's loose but a whistle. And Stephanie on the chat. Make sure you know you can tweet the booth. Takes 5 minutes after you subscribe for you to be able to message us here in the booth.
9 seconds left on the Pens power play here. 4:34 in the first.
A good power play. Think about a number of quality chances here.
Yeah, good puck movement.
As the Rangers rim it around the near side, under pressure by the Penguins. It'll be Pearsall with the takeaway.
Even strength here. Power play's over.
The Rangers control in the corner. They go high off the glass. Looking for Leiden fresh on the ice. It's off the hand of
big
Chappie.
play by Chapa.
What a dandy of a play. Reaching out with the stick to control the biscuit, and it's right back into the Ranger end.
And that's number 87 Jackson there that would have had that opportunity. Big play by Chappie.
Coming off the wall, working it up high. Flume to Pelly. Pelly looked for the redirection from Pearsall. He'll gather it in the corner for a one-time blast from Chappell. Sent in front, rolling puck, pounced on like a puma.
That's it. This weekend I feel like we're playing with a old Mite blue puck a lot. Bouncing puck, a lot of bouncing pucks this weekend.
And a lot into the bench and penalty box area. We'll see how many of those we have today.
3:49 to go in the first.
As the Penguins control the faceoff, working it to the corner. Up with the pressure, Pearsall. MidFairfield will reverse, and Sposito will gain neutral ice. As they weave into the Penguin zone for a backhander that's blocked. A rebound just rolled under the stick, and it's Penguins coming back the other way. Here's Golnack up the right wing.
Nice
He'll go for a
sauce.
dump and change. As Carlson, all alone on the forecheck, able to disrupt the Ranger breakout. The Penguins have controlled this early play so far. But it's one strike. Rangers could be right back in this. And this is their main unit here, Todd.
Yep, number one line.
Counter by Jones is picked off. The Penguins will be right back to it as Foster snaps it, finds the seam, hits Jones, and the Penguins are back in the Ranger head.
Three on two here.
3-on-2 as Foster defends to the outside, shot by
Whoa,
Leiden.
what a glove save.
And cat-like quickness from Calabrese.
That's MidFairfield's top player, number 12. He knows how to score. Calabrese with the quick mid there. 2:35 to go.
Give you a replay of that snag if we can here. As we bring you back to live action here. Great save by Calabrese. The Rangers control the faceoff. Bros in the corner. Back behind for Carlson. He rims it around to Track. As Jones wedges it up the wall, can't clear.
Again, those are the pucks we need to find a way to get those out.
And the Penguins will cover and get a whistle. 2:14 to play here, first period action. Live from York, the White Rose City, in the center part of Pennsylvania. A nice meeting place between MidFairfield's Connecticut location and your Pittsburgh Penguins Pittsburgh location, where both teams can travel in as
big save.
Calabrese. Putting on the Ritz down there.
You know, that puck came in, hits off Rowan's skate, and just pops right out to the Ranger player.
But a great job by Calabrese. They talk about being square.
Absolutely.
As well, like they used to talk a lot about depth. Now it's about being square and on your angle. Perfect by the Penguin goalie. Severo with a shot from the point. Eating that is track right in the chest.
Great job by Linden.
As he gets it to Brenneman. Brenneman pokes it by the defender and stays right with it. Pearsall there in support. There's that support you were talking about.
Yep.
This time the Rangers able to take it away and fire it back into the Penguin zone as Fairback sends it behind the Penguin net. He'll track it down in center one.
Good job by Tracky. Just get that puck out.
Great shift by 1-1 here so far. As we're right, big 87 right back out there. And that unit we just saw right back
Nice
out on the ice. Calabrese will cover that one.
Woo. MidFairfield really putting on some pressure here in the last 2 minutes.
We've seen this line. It's you mentioned it yesterday. Just relentless pressure, and they're quick shifts here, able to get them right back out.
You know, when they have Severo out there, 19, we know him. The old 21 from Rocco. He can add a lot of offensive punch here.
As the Penguins are able to get it out over the line, that was offsides, but we'll take it. As Carlson steals the puck, gets it to the Ranger end. Battled for in the corner. Flume able to dislodge it, but back come the Rangers. Into the Penguins end, defended by Chappie. As Lyko carries around, centers one. Comes off a stick in front and wide of the cage. Feed to the point.
Nice shot pass by Severo there, looking for Jackson cutting to the net. This is
a heavy shot from the Rangers. Deflects wide of the cage as Chappell regroups and rims it around for Flume. Flume couldn't clear. Big shot blocked by 57 Chappell. As Wyden has control, and this is dangerous here.
Absolutely.
Penguins need to get out of this period right now.
I said I'd like to even see our players, get it off the glass high. We don't have to have a perfect breakout. Just get the puck out and regroup.
Flume able to clear it as 7 seconds left.
We're going for a
7 seconds left. Penguins go for a change as Severo drives in. And the bodies hit the floor in front of Calabrese.
You know what? We got lucky. That's a nice play by Severo. He comes in, fakes the shot. Chappie starts going down to block it, and then he pulls it inside. Luckily, he just lost it there. 2-0 Pens at the end of one. I'll take it, Jeremy.
Well, but we've seen the second period be the Rangers' period.
Absolutely.
And we saw those last 3 minutes be the Rangers' 3 minutes of that period. So the Penguins carrying play early, able to get 2 by, which is what you want. Right? But the Rangers began to tilt the ice the end of the first. The Penguins struggled mightily yesterday, especially in that second game in the second period.
Right.
So we'll see if the long change comes into play. We'll see what happens here in this one.
Again, I think the message has to be just get the puck out. If it's not a clean breakout, get it off the glass, bank it, chip it out, Murphy flip it out, get it out and regroup.
We have the flight of the dads from one end to the other, the migration. Like a Canadian goose.
One thing the Pens team does so well is not just getting rid of the puck and throwing it out. They were always taught you work hard to get the puck, keep it on your stick, puck protect until you have a pass. But sometimes against this team, you just got to get the puck out also, right?
Sometimes you just have to get the puck out. We'll switch sides here, and we'll put 15 minutes on the clock and start the second period. The Rangers going right to left in their white uniforms, the white jerseys with the MF logo on the chest, red pants, white socks, red, white, and blue striping. Your Penguins in the gin and juice.
Laid back.
The black uniforms with Pittsburgh from the right shoulder to the left hip. Black pants, black socks, red and white striping throughout in the iconic gold Pens Elite helmets. as Jones digs it off the half wall and finds Halliday. Halliday darts into the offensive zone. A beauty of a move around a defenseman. Just couldn't pull the trigger at the last second.
You know what? That's a play that I know Trevor would teach them a lot. Instead of going down the wall, cut it to the inside.
And the Rangers right back in the Penguin zone for a heavy shot.
Those reverses, they're not working.
Jessup with a shot, blocked in front by Bolus. In behind, here's Pearsall. Pearsall with a player on his hip, able to wedge it up. Good stick lift by Jones. Support by Halliday, and the Penguins are back out the center.
Yeah, it was a good job by Jonesy to get that stick lift there to get that puck out. Even though he doesn't touch the puck, he was the guy that made that play happen.
And the Penguins dump it in off the stick of Halliday. Carlson fresh off the bench, first one there. Onside and no icing as they work it low in the Ranger zone. Costa and Brenneman on the forecheck as Carlson attacks from that F3 position, dislodges the puck right in front of the Rangers net. Bouncing puck to the corner, here's Brenneman. Brenneman stops, turns back into a bit of pressure, and the Rangers take the puck away. In their corner, able to get it out, and Brenneman just disrupts that breakout pass.
Absolutely. That was a nice play by Zach. You know that would have been a breakout pass on that guy's stick.
But the Rangers track it down, able to still get a scoring chance out of it as the Penguins now counterattack. Here's Costa up the left. He's tripped up on the play, and we're going to get a penalty here. I love it. Joey Costa kept those feet going, and that stick just got underneath one of them. That's a trip.
All right. Good job, Joey. 13:07, $1:30 on the power play here.
So the Penguins head to the man advantage. They'll deploy Chappell in the bumper position. Carlson, Costa, Brenneman, and Pelly. As the Rangers win the draw, they try to exit the near side. They will do so. Here's Brenneman picking it off, darting into the offensive zone on sides with Costa.
I thought we were about 2 feet off sides there.
I can't see the blue line. It's like faded.
I don't think the refs could either.
Yeah. It's like a nice faded denim jacket as Carlson darts off the half wall. Carries behind and he'll set things up. He and Brenneman switch. Brenneman. I love the attack.
Pipe. Off the pipe. We heard the iron up here.
I love the aggressiveness there to drive off that wall and fire one. I went high, short side, hit iron, but the Penguins still control. Off the back of the net, it'll be Costa. Costa.
Nice job by Joey there to be patient with that puck.
And now we see, and I don't think that one was offsides.
They calling out the net's off, I think.
Oh.
The ref is fixing the net here.
No, they're calling the offsides. Their face-off's coming out.
Either that or they thought we just lodged the puck. I saw.
No, we knocked the net off possibly.
Yeah. David Chappie was in there tight around that net.
Penguins will win the draw back to Chappell. Pelly gets control, indirect off the boards. He was looking for Golnak, who had speed. Just a bit too far in front, and the Rangers will toss it back to the Penguins' end.
27 seconds on the power play.
Flume to Pearsall. Pearsall cross ice to Pelly. Pelly with speed. Danger here for the Rangers as he carries in. He'll go to the corner for Golnak. Golnak able to pick it up. Carries it around. Here's Pearsall. Pearsall. Point for Pelly. Pelly back to Pearsall. A saucy biscuit that's knocked out of the air. And cleared by the Rangers.
Even strength.
11.5 to play, second period action. Live from York as the puck is picked off by the Rangers. Driven into the corner for a shot from the outside. The Rangers right now are dumping it in and throwing everything at the net.
You know, the key is on shots like that not have those rebounds just come out and not even rebounds on Ryland. I just mean hitting something, hitting another player and having a puck pop out for a great shot.
As the Rangers will ice the puck here with 11:06 to play.
You know, I think as we talked about, MidFairfield does such a good job just getting pucks to the net. Whether it's redirections, tips, deflections, you know, just a rebound off, you know, the puck hitting one of our players in the leg and going the other way to an empty net.
Penguins are doing well in their defensive zone to stay organized. As the Penguins control the offensive zone faceoff. Jones attacks the corner. Carlson down from that F3 to try to keep it in. As a rolling puck will come in toward the Ranger cage. That's taken away by Scaletti, and back come the Rangers. No further than the stick of Bolus.
Nice play by Danny.
To Foster, indirect looking for Carlson, darting to the offensive zone. Here's Leiden with it for the Rangers. He'll throw it right to the stick of Foster, who goes right back behind the Ranger net. The Rangers under pressure from Carlson as they break things out the far side. Rolling puck picked up by Jones.
Keep it deep, boys.
Jones able to do just that.
2 new troops on for the Pens up front.
As a rolling puck comes off the stick of Tepps and out the center. Foster to Bolus, right in front of the Ranger bench. A puck up the boards. Here's Costa gaining the zone. Has it turned back the other way, so it'll be Foster this time. Onside for the Penguin defenseman with a heavy shot. Finds the logo of the netminder.
9:56 left here. I'm still a little clenched here in the second period, Jeremy.
There's no comfort. There's no comfort.
That's just how we know the second periods went the last couple of days, where MidFairfield really carried the play.
This period so far through the first 5, I think, has been good back and forth. The Rangers have had their chances. The Penguin power play looks good. I actually think we've outpossessed the puck here. Probably even on the scoring chances here in the second. As Track keeps it at the line. The Penguins really tilting the ice right now. Costa up on the forecheck, supported by Pearsall as the Rangers wedge it out the center. It's all the way down. It's icing if it's far enough. Why is it not icing?
Oh.
So no icing.
Those reverses, we're just not having luck with them.
Track will dig it out of the corner. Taken away by Lyko. Centering pass rolling in front.
Nice job, Rylan.
Calabre's covers, gets whacked on top of the glove.
You know what? For any of the moms at home know, a quick highlight of the weekend for the boys was a 12U girls volleyball team staying at our hotel.
Definitely a highlight. The problem was the boys were running from them.
Right.
But that's coachable as well, Todd.
We were trying last night.
That can be coached.
We were trying to work. We were drawing diagrams for them.
Do we have those to share? No, we don't want to share.
No.
All right. As the Rangers try to counterattack the Penguins here. Track breaks it up at center. Carlson turns on a dime. He explodes into the offensive zone. Takes a whack from Leiden from behind. He'll possess all the way to the corner. 3 Rangers on Carlson as he works it behind for Golnack. Golnack digging at it. Here's D'Angelo Flume with it. He'll toss it behind the cage, looking for Pearsall darting to the puck.
Good work here by these forwards.
A good job there by Carlson to get in, engage in a battle, not take a penalty. Rangers fell down on the play, I think looking for one.
When that happened, I was looking at the refs too. Just thinking if they thought, hey, we gave them 2 power plays, they're due.
Right. The Penguins need to keep playing this clean hockey because
offsides.
That Ranger power play is dangerous.
You know what? That was a really nice play too. But at the beginning of that series here, when Jack brought the puck in, was going to take a shot. He knew it wasn't there. He held the puck, curled back, stayed on the boards, patient with the puck, and ended up cycling it down low when he had help.
It'll be a center ice face-off. Penguins get a line change. It'll be Jones, Halliday, Pearsall, Chappie, and Pelly the point man. As the Rangers go up off the glass, controlled by Pelly. He goes indirect off the boards for Jones. Jones trying for the Rangers zone. Turned back into the Penguins' end as Fairback tries to gain the Penguins' side. But it's Halliday streaking through center. He's headed to the quad, folks. As they battle along the boards, the Rangers reject it and ice it all the way down. Halfway through this one, 7:29 to play, second period. The Penguins leading by a pair.
Great game. All 3 games. Outside of that stretch in the second period yesterday, all 3 of these games have been just fantastic games. Great battles.
Yeah, there was about a 9-minute stretch where we were just stuck. Face off to the corner. Jones in deep to get control.
It's a shame these two teams are so far apart here with Connecticut and Pittsburgh. It'd be great to play them a lot more every year.
So does medmal1.com have a private jet we could use back and forth? Maybe?
Absolutely.
We need to up our sponsorship dollars.
All right.
Here comes Pearsall with it. All the way across. Good job by Pelly not to knock that out of the air and let it get through. Jones will chase it into the Ranger end. Take it over there and skate it out by Scaletti. Up ice come the Rangers, weaving through center's Fairback. He's joined by Haggerty in the corner. I've been impressed with Haggerty as well, number 10 for the Rangers. Little pistol, just...
Yeah, he's a small kid, but he's an aggressive little player. He's good.
As the Penguins gain the zone, a 3-on-2 there. The pass comes off the backhand of Jones.
Let's go to the point.
Keep it in. Here's Halliday down low. Puck again thrown up the ice by the Rangers. They're looking to change. They'll get it. A full fresh unit. And the Penguins counterattack. Here's Carlson with speed. Looking short side. And there is the leather of the goaltender to say no.
I like that play, though. Have the puck back below our dots in our own zone. And boom, boom, it's up to their blue line with a chance for Jack.
Carlson to lean over the faceoff dot in the offensive zone. He wins that back for a shot that's kept out. Tossed around and back come the Rangers. Darting up the outside is Duran.
Another dump play here.
Take a hefty one behind the net.
Danny with a nice job using his big body there.
And great support by the Penn center Carlson to get it out. And now he weaves through onside, leaving it for Costa, who tries to jam it towards the net. Broken up by the Rangers, but popping free. There's that pop free you're talking about. This time for the Penguins, Brenneman with a heavy shot. As it's kicked back out to center and into the Penguin zone by MidFairfield.
Another nice stretch pass by Danny.
Off the stick of Brenneman. He'll keep it at the line with the glove. And control to the corner, the Honeybagger. Working there, he's decked on the play. And back come the Rangers. Leiden down the wing. Bros there to break up his advance.
Nice job by Costa to come back and fill that slot area.
Sposito in the corner, supported by Leiden as the Penguins, Burrows, and Pearsall dig at it. It'll come up the wall, and Golnick. I don't know how he got there that quick. Such speed from 53.
Because his legs just, I think he's like, they say sharks don't sleep at night. I think Owen would just shut down if his legs weren't moving on the ice. It's just to breathe out there, his legs have to move. I think they're tied into his lungs.
Here's Severo at the point. Has it taken away. And Pearsall's free.
We got one. He breaks free.
On a breakaway, in comes Pearsall.
Oh! What'd I tell you?
And Braden Pearsall's a duck-billed platypus. Bonk, 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 bonk.
Pre-game here, I told Danny, I said, I think we're going to have a big one out of Braden today. He had a great assist on the earlier one. Great separation, too. Him and a really good player from MidFairfield are tied there, and Braden just separates with a great dangle. And MidFairfield going with a goalie change here at 4:24 left, 3-0 Pens.
Looking to gain the momentum from that. We see that a lot in the hockey world. Because there's nothing wrong with that.
It appears as they're calling a timeout, maybe?
Timeout, MidFairfield. They made the poor goalie skate the whole way out there, and now they're bringing him all the way back to the bench.
That's tough, too. If that's certainly not on that goalie. Getting scored on a breakaway by Braden Pearsall. 3-0. We cannot let up for a minute because with this team, boom, boom, and it's 3-3.
We saw it yesterday.
They know how to score goals in bunches.
So a timeout for MidFairfield. A goalie change. They're using all the momentum changers at one time, Todd. You get a timeout, you get a goalie change. They're doing them both.
All right. No, it's a smart move by them. Have them settle down. I get it. So we got 4:24 left in the second. 3-0 Pens.
As Golnick wins a puck. Over for Flume. What a play. Here's Pearsall. He's got Flume.
He's got him.
And he's loose. He's free. Oh!
What a great play. Now, that was Pearsall, Golnack, and D'Angelo up there. Dare I say it, Commodore? Dare I say it?
D'Angelo Flume, he whines, he dines, he tickles the twine, and the Penguins take a 4-0 lead.
What puck movement. What puck movement there. You know, what vision. The boys with their heads up. They work on that in practice relentlessly.
As Pelly controls over to Golnack. Golnack deep into the Ranger end. As a rolling puck comes to Pelly, keeps it at the line. The Rangers get control though. Back up ice.
Back check by Pearsall there.
Able to swipe it away from Campo, and back come the Penguins. As stood up at the line, Pearsall. I think we'll start to see some of that.
Right there, I think MidFairfield bench wanted a call.
They wanted a slash.
Knocked the stick out of the Rangers' hand.
Penguins probably wanted a body check a minute ago, so one each way, and on we play. As Carlson tries to dart in, he almost had that. He was almost gone.
You know what, there's just a nice jump out of the kid's steps here this morning.
As Halliday gains the zone, finds Carlson. Carlson behind for Halliday. Trying to go back in front, it comes free! And Jack Carlson has a luxury condo in Roof City, baby, making it 5-love.
What a nice play. That-a-way, boys. Tell all the dads are a step slow this morning, and the kids are a little step fast here. I like it.
Whatever bedtime was last night, repeat that.
Right.
Rinse, repeat.
Nice.
Maybe we need to bring the volleyball team with us on the road. What do you say?
Boys wouldn't mind that one.
Here's Jones to Halliday with a shot that catches iron. As it's all Penguins right now. Carlson to Bolus at the point. D to D for Foster.
Nice
Foster,
shot.
heavy
Nice
shot into the gullet and held.
It's funny you say that, talking about the volleyball team. I just got a text here from Matt Bredeman saying it's amazing what meeting some girls at the hotel can do for the boys. 2:43 left in the second. 5-0. Pens the lead.
Face-off controlled by the Rangers to the corner. They'll come up the half wall. Turned back the other way by Brenneman. Pearsall takes it from Leiden as the puck rolls in front. Wraparound attempt for Pearsall. Denied. As the Rangers now have it behind the cage. That's Wood. Trying to break out to the far side. Controlling Sposito to the area behind. They'll have it taken away by Brenneman.
Relentless pressure by Brenneman.
Now Costa out front for a heavy shot from Track that comes off a skate, then off the netminder. Back to center. Here's Track.
We got on. Yeah. You know what, Zach went for a change there, and the offensive door is about 7 feet inside the blue line.
Well, and that's one of those, at this age, they teach the kids to change offensive door, defensive door. That's just one. Go in the D door. You can walk down the bench. But they don't, it doesn't process because.
Right. No, they're not used to that yet. They're hopping the boards. They'll get it. 2:02 left in the second. 5-0 good guys.
And a takeaway by Flume. Left for Golnack. He sends it down low. Here's Carlson working out of the corner. Reversing for Flume. Penguins just controlling the puck here. Looking for those scoring chances. And burying the ones that they get. Rangers will regroup in their own end. Sending it D to D. It's Hannan. Up the outside. Rolling puck picked up by Lyko.
Nice play by Chappie.
Defended by Chappell and sent back the other way. It'll be icing.
All right, 1:22 left in the second. Now here's a reversal. Seemed like the second period was Penn's period here, Jeremy.
Absolutely, undoubtedly. I think this whole game has been tilted.
I'm sure
significantly.
I'm sure the rest of the way out here, or third period, I'm sure it'll be a heavy tilt of the top line for MidFairfield.
Penguins line up to take the draw. It's fair back for the Rangers. Carlson for the Penguins, and darting in is Flume to get control.
Great job by D'Angelo. That's why they line up the offside winger right there on the inside of the circle to cut through and take that puck in the event the other team wins it.
A lot of times, faceoffs are won by the wings. As they come in, a backside.
Oh, what a save!
Sweet
What a
buttery
save!
crumpets, Rylan Calabrese.
Back behind the play here, something happened. Golnack got hit, and he came to the bench very, very gingerly. But Melissa, don't worry, he is okay.
A feed in front comes, heavy shot from Halliday. Out front, Pearsall. He'll fire. Blocked and sent behind the net. Jessup for the Rangers in the corner, taken away by Pearsall. In front, a one-timer for Halliday, doesn't connect. Foster will put it back. Severo out of the corner. Up the wall. Rangers will break out near side, but pressure coming from Halliday to keep it in. Now Pearsall as well, as the Rangers will fire it all the way to center off the mid of Foster. D for Bolus. His pass picked off. As a rolling puck is controlled. Into the Penguin zone we come. Haggerty sends it towards the Cates. Foster will pick it off and control behind the net. His breakout pass.
5 seconds to go. Let's weather it here, boys.
Off the shin of Haggerty as it's in behind the net. Wedged out in front. No goal.
That's not. They called it a goal.
They called it a goal.
What I can't believe.
As time expires, the puck enters the back of the cage and the referees say it was in time. And it will be a good goal.
Yeah, not being a homer, I really do think that was clearly after, but it is what it is.
I agree. I think it was pretty clearly after the whistle. But the referees don't. They have the whistles, so they're always right.
Yeah, that's a big goal for them. They're going to get some momentum going into the third period here.
We're going to go to intermission. All right, welcome back for third period action. Here from York, Pennsylvania, it's the Pittsburgh Penguins elite and the MidFairfield Junior Rangers. The Penguins leading this one by a score of 5-1. After replay evaluation, we do believe the puck entered after the whistle. We were able to take a look at our replay, but it will count. Track with it in the Penguins' end. Under pressure is the Rangers. Try to make a comeback here. A centering pass picked off by Jones, and back comes Carlson. Carlson with it. Able to dump it in on net. Rolling puck comes off the goalie and sits right in the crease. Penguins were making a change behind the play. As Leiden comes up. Taken away by Chappell. Chappell up the boards. Costa knocked down on the play. The Rangers take control. Leiden back for a shot from the point. There's Chappell. Over for Costa. Costa able to hit Brenneman, who goes around one, scoots back to the other side, and gets the shot off. Big save.
Dipsy doodle on that one. Brenneman back and forth, offsides.
We have an offside play at the line. Just jumping back and forth there.
13:49 to go in the game, 5-1 Pens.
Chappell controls. Over for Pelly. In front, Brenneman trying to squeeze it through. They'll battle in the corner. I've been supremely impressed with Zach Brenneman again today.
Absolutely.
Pelly down for Pearsall. To the corner for Brenneman. A give and go as it battled for in front. Costa gets a stick to it, but couldn't quite get it through.
There's Brenneman on the back check.
Off the glove of Chappell. He'll twist with it at the Penguins line. Right up for Costa, and the Penguins are quickly back out. Penguins looking for a line change as Pearsall challenges Jessup, and back come the Rangers. Nice move at center by Fairback. Will get it into the Penguin zone for a shot. Off Calabrese, rebound. Kept out as well. Pelly battling behind. Here's Bolus with it. Bolus back to the corner for Pelly. Wedged up the wall, trying for Flume, cut off by the Rangers. Carlson there to take it over for the Penguins. And a Ranger takes a liberty on Cameron Pelly, and the arm is raised. So I think that's
penalty.
similar to what happened to Golnack that they missed, and this time they're going to get it a slash. Behind the play.
Number 20.
That's Fairback on Pelly down in the corner. And we head back to the man advantage.
Keep on keeping on. Life's a garden, baby. They make it work for you. You never
The
give
power
up.
play unit for the Penguins will be Bolus and Foster, with Flume, Golnack, and Carlson.
12:36 to go in the period.
90 seconds of man advantage time coming for the flightless Birds.
This
As
is
the
what we can't
Rangers
have here.
Leiden shorthanded. Shot,
Oh,
glove down by Calabrese and protected.
you know, you hate to see a face-off in our own zone there. But Leiden did a nice job of getting that puck to the net.
Carlson again to take the draw. Wins it to Foster. He'll go right to Bolus. Bolus up the outside to Flume. Read well, but the Penguins maintain control. Here's Foster. Backside Golnack streaking in. Oh, big save by the netminder there.
Nice look by Danny there.
Excellent feed. Great shot by Golnack. The goalie gets the shoulder to it. Here's Carlson with it. Along the corner, backside feed.
Oh, what a pass by Jack.
D'Angelo Flume yet again with the finish, but it was Jack Carlson with the saucy.
Power play
saucy,
unit comes up big here. 6-1 Pens.
saucy, and that's a spicy meatball.
That was nice work that whole time there. Nice pass feed earlier to Danny in the middle. Danny finds, who was that, Brenneman or Pierce on the right side over there? 6-1 Pens. Big goal. Big goal to get that back. Now we're looking for the chili goal.
The chili. I love it. I love it. As the Penguins in their own end, able to get it out. That's track to center. The Rangers counterattack. Pressure, good gap by Burrows, and support by Track, and the Penguins have control in their own end. They'll go up the wall, indirect for Halliday. Chopped off the stick of Pearsall, but Halliday wedges it right back out for Jones. Jones able to stick with it all the way to the corner. No reverse for Pearsall. Pearsall back to Burrows at the point.
Nice job.
D play, he's got Track. They have the Rangers a bit out of position for a heavy shot that's blocked out front. Jones centers one. Looking for anything to get it through.
Good job to just keep cycling here. Nice safe plays. Keep in their end.
Pearsall to it. Tossed around. Crashing down the wall comes Track. Run over on the play, Pearsall, but there's a Penguin. That's Halliday to get control. In front. They work and battle. The Rangers able to clear, but off the stick of Pearsall, kept at the line by Burrows. Inside of 11 minutes to play here. Penguins leading 6-1. As the Rangers dart back into the Pens end. Kept to the outside by Burrows. All the way up for Halliday. Halliday able to hit Brenneman at center, just kind of has it roll around. The Rangers will put it back in behind. As the pass comes out in front, rolls off Pelly's stick, but he stays right with it. I love that about this team. Here's Costa. Working in the jam up in front of the scorer's bench, and Joey Costa, like a bull in a china shop, just coming away with the puck and driving into the offensive end. Now Carlson weaves. Gets the short side, tries that
Nice
shot.
shot.
It comes off the mitt. It'll stay here.
Now the boys keep fighting. You know, it's talking to Drew Carlson yesterday, he even had the comment, which makes sense, that if the boys just play as hard as they do in the last 10 minutes of practice when they do the small area games against each other, or they are so competitive with each other in those games, you know, if they bring that to every game they play, they'll do well.
You know what else they need to bring? We need a donation to the City Oven Fund to get me a heater. I am frozen.
Yeah, you got another one after this, right?
It is ridiculous. The Rangers trying to gain the Penguin zone. Duran turned back the other way. And Carlson able to take it away at center. Into the Ranger end, looking in front for Costa. The Honey Badger up on the forecheck. That pressure allows Pelly to keep it. He goes across to Chappie. They'll rim it around behind. What a read by Carlson. He was headed there before
Absolutely.
Chappie even got to the puck.
He knew what he was going to do with it.
Here's Brenneman with it. Down low, Carlson. Back in front. Give and go.
Go.
Ski to Brenneman. As Carlson gets control. Penguins put it behind the Ranger net. As they fire it up the wall. Here come the Rangers. Duran dumping it in behind the Penguins net. Picked up by Pelly. He'll go off the boards. We're right there's Lydon with speed. Dangerous play as he'll shoot it off the side of the cage.
You know what? When Pelly went off the wall there, Pearsall, right when Pelly was reading that, Pearsall just read it the other way and curled, and that's how that happened. But
As a puck comes out in front, shot high and over the net. Nice scoring chance there for MidFairfield.
8:19 to go.
The battle ensues in the corner. Shot from out top off of Pelly. He takes something to the chin there. And Pearsall darts through. Golnack on the backside. Does he see him? He makes a move. Pearsall knocked to the ice again. Here's Flume following on. As the Penguins pressure maintains control in the MidFairfield end. Pearsall held in front a bit there. He's trying to get to the puck. Couldn't move.
Nice
Flume
job by
plays
Dee.
takeaway.
Dee's had a little jump in his step today, too. They all have.
These kids were not happy with their performance yesterday. As Foster, and it shows, and they buckled down and got it done. That's the learning that can occur. You lost a game. Okay, yeah. Now go do the work. Win the next one. As we're halfway through the third. The clock says second. My scoreboard says third. For the first time in history, I'm right.
All right.
Bolus with a shot off of a stick. Good block. It'll be Flume in the corner. Up top, here's Foster. Over to Bolus. In his feet, so he'll dump it in.
That's right. Keep the clock running. Just keep cycling it. Keep it in their end.
Foster to Flume. Flume across. Here's Bolus. He'll wind and fire a heavy one.
Nice
Carlson
area
to the
pass.
rebound in the corner.
Nice area pass by Flume. He knew he couldn't put it on Tyler's stick, but he put it in an area he knew Tyler can go get it.
Halliday keeps the pressure on. The Penguins have it in the Ranger end for a while here. Lydon will get control.
1-on-3. Lydon likes that long dump in at the net.
Wants to get a sneaky one. Bet you once or twice a year that'll go in. Foster. Under some pressure. The Rangers take it away. Working it all the way up to the point. Unable to keep it, Scaletti at the line. Under pressure from the Penguins, Halliday takes it away. Here's Carlson. Carlson and Halliday, a 2-on-1. Carlson tries to go back to Halliday, broken up.
6 minutes to go in the game.
Here's Carlson back on it. Jones working. He gets a cross check from Haggerty. I have a feeling Haggerty's going to get it back here in a minute. Bros. Controls in the Penguin end. A rolling puck comes free. Here's Bros with it. Nice pass off the boards to Pearsall. Pearsall coming to the
Nice
middle,
pass.
finding Brenneman. He's in on an onside play.
Oh, I knew that's Zach's patented move. Coming in from that side, fake going across the goalie and cut back to the close side. But he was a little close in for that one, and the goalie with a nice save.
Nice read by the goalie because you got to figure you're gonna bite on that pull across.
Right. And Zach is so good on that. Since Mites, that's been a money move for him. 5:25 to go, 6-1 Pens.
Pearsall to the dot to take the draw. Banked up off the boards and cleared by the Rangers. Bros and Track will pick it up in the Penguins' end. It'll be Track. Behind for Bros. Up the wall to Costa. Clean breakout out to center. His pass intercepted there by Hannan. But the Penguins on it with some pressure. A rolling puck will end up into the Penguin zone. Calabrese out to play it.
I love it. I love it.
I do
see
too.
the
I think
goalies
that's
come
awesome.
play that puck. You got to be aggressive on those.
I would have had a heart attack if that was number one. You would have had to defibrillate me right here in the stands.
Foster said he'd give you mouth-to-mouth if you need it.
Not now, Dan. Not now. I don't need it now. Oh, stop, Dan. No means no, even for boys, Dan.
There is a reach-around going on in the city oven here.
Here's Chapel behind. Getting control. We're losing control is what's happening. Losing all control. As Flume fires it in behind the net. 4:20 to play, third period.
Brody is here looking at us saying, what is going on?
As the Penguins with a great scoring chance, and the goalie had come out to play the puck. He hadn't quite gotten back in. The shot just went wide, and the Rangers will counterattack. Campo up the right wing side, defended by Chapel.
4 minutes to go in the game. 4 minutes.
And Leiden trying to call penalty. His teammate got knocked down. He raised his arm and looked at the ref. I love it. Here comes Golnak, wedging it. Jessup takes away. Golnak stays right with it on the forecheck. Now it's Severo for the Rangers. Right in front of his own bench, able to gain the red line and dump it in. Chappie will be the first one there. He'll be under pressure, but he's able to leave it for his partner, who sends it up the wall, and Golnak gets it out to center. Carlson able to swipe it away from Jessup. Darting in, Severo
Nice
with a good
play.
position and able to take the puck back. The Rangers coming through center now. Off a stick and into the Penguins' end. Coming out in front, here
They
comes
got it.
Leiden, and the Penguins are going to be shorthanded.
They got Danny there. 3:09 left in the game.
A little trip ski on 88. Will put the Rangers to the man advantage. Penguins leading 6-1.
We have Jones and Pearsall, Bros and Bolus trying to kill this off here.
It'll be Jones at the faceoff dot. In what has been the worst DJ performance of the season.
So brutal. Just brutal
Oh.
music. I don't know if it's trying to be ironic, funny, or what, but it's brutal.
Here's Leiden at center, weaving in. His shot sent wide of Calabrese. Let go on the half wall, down low. Rangers pull it from behind the net. Up to the point, here's Severo. He controls, finds Leiden driving off
Nice
the wall.
shot,
Big
nice save.
save.
Nice save by Ryland. 55 to go in a penalty kill, 2:33 left in the game.
Most important penalty killer is the masked man in net.
What show is this from?
MASH.
No,
Oh, no, the A-team, isn't it?
A-Team.
It's the first good thing we've heard. B.A.
Baracus.
Mr. T.
Do a face and Hannibal. Those were the four, right?
Yep.
Nice save by Ryland to stand tall there on that shot.
As the
There you
Penguins
go.
will
We have
clear
a
the
chance
zone.
here.
Short-handed opportunity for Halliday. He'll shoot off the goaltender end of the corner. The Rangers will pick it up there. Tossing it back, here's Severo through center. Playing it up for the stick of Esposito. Rejected by Carlson, and the Rangers will have to regroup at center. Offside as it's carried in. And now Knight Rider. A minute 50 to play in the third. The Penguins leading 6-1, 12 seconds left on the man advantage for the Rangers. In this, the rubber match. The teams splitting yesterday. This one to win the weekend series.
All right, power play's over. We killed it off. Oh, nice shot there. You know what? Going 5-hole. Better save. 1:34 left in the game.
And what a read by Ryland. On that other play, he stays up, gets that shoulder block. On this one, able to get down and cover the 5-hole. 5-on-5 action now as the Rangers get the face-off. A heavy shot from the point into the chest and held. Hannan with a drive for the Rangers. 91 seconds remain here in the game. Pearsall. Rangers will control the face-off, sending another shot into the middle. Blocked by Pearsall and sent back out the center for the Honey Badger. Pelly will control in his own end. Over for Bolus. Bolus rolling puck for Brenneman. And be taken away by the Rangers. As they work down low to the corner, Pelly will get there. Has it knocked past him, and the Rangers control for a centering pass. It comes all the way free to the point. Scaletti tries for the corner off of Pearsall, able to boot it out. Carrying through in front of the Ranger bench where the Penguins continue to pressure.
50 seconds to go in the game.
Pelly with the puck at center. He'll jump into the offensive zone. Driving the outside, pulling up. Good read by Carlson, fresh off the bench to cover for the Pens defenseman. But a puck coming free. Out comes Calabrese with a poke check, and it's cleared by Bolus. I love the aggressive play. Penguins back the other way, 2-on-2. Carlson able to go around one, come in front, shoot one off the mask.
20 seconds.
We get a whistle.
Number 20 went over and started chirping at Flume there.
Flume's getting called for a trip here.
15.9 to go, 6-1 Pens.
So the Penguins will take the rubber match in the matchup of 1 versus 2. A big weekend here for the Pens Elite. Stay tuned here on Cine TV. We want to thank cameraman Dan Foster, producer
for the
Jeremy
reach
Evans, color commentator Todd Bolus, and play-by-play by Jeremy Evans here on Cine TV. We've got another big weekend for the 11s next week as we got 5 Canadian teams on the docket starting on Thursday
boys,
at 3.
Good job, boys.
The Penguins victorious by a final of 6-1. They take the weekend series 2-1 in this clash of 1 versus 2.
That's big. That's what you want. At least 2 out of 3, right?
The Penguins successfully capture that. We will head to Detroit next weekend. 5 Canadian teams on the docket starting Thursday at 3 o'clock. Here on Cine TV. Stay tuned. We'll be bringing you the 2010 game in about 20 minutes.
Peace in the Middle East.
Thanks for joining us. And